So the Book of Boba Fett is on the horizon. It's literally almost here. The last few days have had little bits of interesting information coming from various outlets and actors. No leaks, mind you, I do not cover leaks here, but it's definitely some interesting information. So in anticipation of the new show, I thought we could go over some of it in the form of a super short list. And if you're as hyped as I am, then perhaps this is something that you're up for. Either way, let's get into it. Number 1. Fennec's loyalties. The other day, in late December 2021, Ming-Na Wen, the actress who portrays Fennec Shand, did an interview with TV Insider. Keep in mind that this woman is an amazing actress, and she is also amazing at keeping the secrets needed around her work. When the interviewer asked her about Fennec's loyalties, Ming-Na had this to say. "I think she has an honor code of the bounty hunters more than a moral line," she explains. "I think her morality can shift based on what she needs because she is still a mercenary at heart." End quote. So let's just take a look at that. It gives us insight into the character at this point in time. It seems that going in, that Fennec is definitely going to stick to her roots. She is in this for the credits and what comes with being the right hand of a crime lord. And as we know, those sort of motivations can really shift loyalties of a character, especially in Star Wars. Let's just take a look at Han Solo. In the start of episode 4, if riches weren't promised by the rebellion and at first Obi-Wan Kenobi, would he have even got involved? No, he wouldn't have. But the credits got him. So for now, that seems to be what keeps her at Boba Fett's side. However, I feel that the two of them will be growing a tight-knit bond over the course of the show and hopefully the series. We'll see when it airs at the end of the year. Number 2, where Boba Fett and Fennec Shand may stand apart. So if you haven't seen it yet, there was an exclusive public clip released to people by Lucasfilm. It showed Fennec and Boba walking the streets on Tatooine, making their rounds. I would imagine it's to collect some protection credits from local shop owners. Either way, it's where Boba Fett says the words, "I intend to rule with respect." Something that we've all heard many times if we watch the new trailers and teasers. However, in this clip, Fennec counters it by reminding Boba that Jabba the Hutt perhaps knew what he was doing by ruling with fear instead. She looks to her new boss and says, "In difficult times, fear is a sure bet." This itself leads me to wonder if the two of them are going to come to odds about a high-end situation some point in the story. Boba Fett clearly plans to take a very new, very fresh approach to leading the cartel out of the palace. He wants to rule it by earning the respect of those beneath him and those around him. But his number 2, Fennec, isn't sure that's the best idea. So as I said, this could give us some insight as to where their approaches differ, and how it may lead to a strong disagreement later on. Nothing big, I know, but this is interesting, giving us a bit more insight into the both of them and their relationship. For the last one, number 3, Boba Fett's past. We are locked in and geared up to visit what has happened to Boba Fett and where he has been since the events of The Empire Strikes Back. Some people believe that the teasers have shown us some of this, as we only see the face of a rejuvenated Boba Fett at times. However, it could just be him getting out of a bacta tank. Either way, in June, in an interview with Rotten Tomatoes, Temuera Morrison said this in relation to all of it. "We can't say too much, but we're going to see his past and where he's been since The Empire Strikes Back," Morrison, 60 years old, told Rotten Tomatoes in June. Somebody's pointed out that he's been stuck in this one place, and now it's time to actually go back in time and check out his journey and find out more about him. End quote. And that one speaks for itself, and that is what I'm looking forward to, perhaps most of all. Well, yes, I always love seeing innovation and new out of Star Wars, like George Lucas often brought us with each new movie or each new trilogy. I'm excited to see life being given to this once quiet, mysterious character of the original trilogy era, especially if we're going back to see what steps he has taken leading up to that infamous moment where he claims the throne in Jabba's palace. But hey, I'm just here to relay this stuff. You tell me. What about the Book of Boba Fett are you most excited for? Let me know down below in the comments, and for more talk about the Book of Boba Fett, stay locked onto Dank Ferric. Until the next time though, do remember to stay safe out there and that the Force will be with you, always.